come with me to go thrifting. This is my outfit, and I'm public gearing today. It was a lot warmer out than I actually expected, even though I did check the weather, so it got a bit hot. The creek was nearly full today though, which was nice. As always, I had to stop to pat my favourite neighbourhood kitty. Well, I won't say favourite, because the other one's quite cute too. And made it. Prepare yourself for a quick montage. And heading back home now. I got this wall candle holder, this big candle, some earrings to use as a mask accessory, wall art of Lady Hecate, wolf, 2 mini paintings, which are now on my wall, and some flowers.
Hey yo, what's your thug name?
Hey, D62 #1 Victory Royale. Blah, blah, blah.
And what's your real name? Hey yo, what's your thug name?
Naughty blue tips, call him black and blah.
And what's your real name?
Hey yo, what's your thug name?
And what's your real name?
Walking the town and waiting to meet the ladies there. Watch now, he'll soon be along. He's finer than any sailor, so come on now, pick up your spoons. He's waiting to hear you play them. Woo! Here today and she's gone tomorrow, and next she's going to go away. Jigging around and off to town and won't be back until morning. Chero a little, very. Chero a little, 'cause fun so I am a todo, I am a gentle.
Making a fursuit head from start to finish. Today we are furrying it. So here I'm just cutting off all of the tape patterns along the pattern lines. This is marking different fur colors and where I want them to go. I just like cutting everything out in one go before doing any of it. Here we go, transferring all the patterns to fur. I won't show everything because it's pretty boring, but always doing one side non-flipped and the other side flipped so that you have both sides of the head. Now that we have everything cut out, it's time to shave. I'm using the Andis AGC 2-speed. Really love these clippers. And if you're shaving fur, please wear a respirator or a really good mask so that you don't breathe in any fur. You can see I'm going over this fur multiple times and going on it sideways. This really helps get a nice smooth shave. And cutting them out, I once again use my box cutter blades, being very careful not to nick myself. And when I do seam allowance, I give very, very little on the head. I'll show you a clip coming up of how much seam allowance I give. There you go. It's not a lot. And also for these face pieces, I'm going to trim like 1 millimeter of fur from around the edges. As you can see, just the very edge, the fur is trimmed on all the face pieces. Helps get the marking super crisp when you start cleaning everything up near the end. So I also use this fabric stabilizer on some of the face pieces, mainly just on some of the small corners. That way we can keep the markings nice and sharp. And once everything is dried, now we're just going to go ahead and start clipping all the face pieces together to start sewing. I really prefer machine sewing on all of my faces, but of course everything I'm doing here you can hand sew. It takes a lot of practice, but I get my seams really short. You can see here how small and close to the edges I get on the machine. It just takes takes a ton of practice to get that short, but you'll definitely get there with time. You'll see me a couple times after I finish sewing, I kind of trim the seam a little bit more. I just want to get any excess fur out of the way to keep that seam as small as possible so you won't be able to see or feel it when we glue it on. And I also have my brush with me so that I can brush out anything when I'm done sewing, just so I can keep seeing the progress as I go. So now that the face is sewn, I just go ahead and pin it onto the base to make sure I like the fit and everything is looking good. Definitely in the ugly phase, but we'll get through it as with every suit. And now that I'm happy with that fit, I go ahead and start sewing the ears. You'll see when I start sewing the ears together, I only sew the front and back together only like an inch or two from the bottom. That's just because I like to hand sew the top together once everything is glued on. So once again, put everything back on to check the fit, and when I'm happy with that, then I start pinning on the back. This character does have hair, so you can see I'm going ahead and cutting out patterns to test it out. And I have very limited amount of fur for this, so I'm using the scrap fur first, and once I like that, I transfer it to the actual fur. This is how I like to do my fur. Just use a slicker brush and brush out the backing on a single piece. Gets it really nice and fluffy and keeps things really light and easy. So I'm going ahead and brushing out every single one of the hair pieces. And once again, I pin them back onto the head to triple check that I like everything. And here is for the bangs. I'm actually sewing a piece of foam into the bangs because I want them to have a specific shape, and you'll see that a little later on. And now that I'm happy with all the fur, I'm actually going to turn the head fur inside out to mark where I want to sew the hair pieces on. So you can see I pin everything back on, and then I take a marker and I mark out where I want these pieces to lay. You can kind of see those lines. So then I take everything off, and I'm just going to first start by sewing the head pieces together, and then I'm going to cut small slits along those lines and put the hair pieces in there and sew it up. So you can see I'm cutting those, putting the hair pieces in, and sewing it closed. And I'm always paranoid about fit, so once again, we're test fitting it. Just to double check, triple check. Once I'm happy with that, I'm moving on to the antenna. This character is a moth-lion hybrid, so this is my first time making moth antenna. So I decided to go for an applique on the middle part of the antenna. So I went ahead and sewn that on, turned it inside out, and then added the second piece now that I saw the guide. And then I'm going to be sewing on a million different little lines for the antenna details, and oh my gosh, cutting all these threads off took a really long time. Didn't even include all the work I had to do with it because it was just an absolute pain. But they look really cute, so it was totally worth it. I forgot to record this other part, but we took the ears off of the head and we are clipping them to the hair. This is how I really like to do my ears. I attach them to the base and then hand sew the rim. And this is just the neck. I attach that to the back of the head as well, and then I will hand sew the front of the neck to the head later on. And once again, flip everything inside out and pin it all back onto the head. And this is really all of the fur work on the head. Now we'll be ready to go onto the lining. Look how beautiful they look. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Stay tuned for part 3 when we actually do the lining of the inside of the head.
Can I give you a big hug?
No, thanks.
It starts
Let's make my first mask.
You're gonna be eaten by a coyote. Run, little one, through the path may follow. Two quite thin, their brother fatter.
Cut, cut, cut.
Run for the yard they bought at the gutter. That was a route where to find another. Was that a rabbit? Really not like the one I've seen on a cereal box. And the birds don't
Paint.
like the ones on screen. Have they really domesticated me? And the birds don't talk.
I forgot the nose law.
Have they really domesticated
One side and another. We don't forget the star. Tatum.
Oh crap, I'm late to meet my friends at the mall. Will you help me pick out an outfit? Awesome! Let's start with some pants. Sick, man, I love these pants. Now let's pick out a top. Looks cute, but not today. Let's try something different. Yo, that looks great! Now let's pick our accessories. Sick, man, this looks great. Now all I need is to pick a hairstyle. Looks cute, but not today. Let's try something different. Yo, I look awesome! Now let's take a look at the finished outfit. I look great! Thanks for your help! See you at the mall!
Guess what came in the mail today? How do I even hold this? I was actually gonna wear the things for this video, and I remember y'all can't really see me talk in that mask. Unless I hold the camera like this. Meh. So you get snowy for now. Okay, good. Y'all can see my address. More plastic. Yay. That's not bad for the environment at all. I mean, I actually do appreciate bubble wrap, so the masks aren't gonna break or something. That would really suck. Let's go. I got more masks. And not only that, but if I can get them out of the package. There we go. These are actually the plastic masks. The only masks that are available where I live are the like cardboard ones, like the paper masks. So that's what this one is made of. That is what my wolf mask is made of. But I think that these ones would actually serve me a lot better as masks, just because I absolutely love being in the water, as I'm sure you've seen by now. So this is dope. I already have at least one mask planned for these ones, because I really want to be able to dive and stuff while wearing a mask. Now you know, more masks are coming soon, probably. Goodbye, my fursies. I love you all so much.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I just gotta be honest, I don't know what the big deal is.
Get out.